Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and I want to welcome you to the Acrylic April Arteza giveaway and a sweet Primrose painting for our very first episode of Acrylic April. And I'm so excited. I really want you to be ready for all kinds of fun, and I'm turning something off here. Just a second. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, I had to turn something off there. I'm going to go to here. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying this already. It's going to be an adventure. We are first going to thank Arteza for sponsoring this giveaway. They're going to be giving away 3 sets of acrylic paints and 3 sets of acrylic paints and canvas panels to paint on. So this is available to people in the United States and people in limited European countries. And that's only because I have to depend on Arteza to send the products out. So unfortunately, Canada and Australia and Asian countries aren't included this time. But it's not because I didn't want them to be. It was because Arteza said, these are the countries we send to. And so on the application, on the entry form that you'll find the link for down below in the more information box, you will see the terms and conditions. Click on that, and then you can read the list of countries that are available. I really am excited. I mean, this is a good product, and it's a good price. They're going to send to 3 different people. The app will be selecting. I don't have any control. I will only ever see the names and email addresses of the actual people who win. I don't see anybody else's information because I'm running this through a free app, and the free app doesn't give me that app option to have any other information. You do have to be 18 or over to participate, and there is no cash value. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, none of them are connected with this, and so there's no responsibility to them. And I will not be responsible for any problems with shipping as long as I give them the correct address, as long as you give me the correct address. There we go. We're going to get started here. I hope that this is working because I have not seen my chat going. Let me see. I'm going to check. Woohoo! Okay, so sound is working. Everything is going. You want these paints. All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being here. I am so excited. I am running the whole show all on my own. So right now, we are going to get started. Hello, MWB Arts Creative Journey. Thank you so much for being here. That's my husband, by the way, guys. Hey there. Okay, so I'm going to do a real quick say hello to a bunch of people really fast. We've got Tara and Tina and Sarah and the Charming Giraffe. Hey, Charming Giraffe, like that name. Colleen, Crystal, Kara, Michelle, Amanda, Yvonne, Alan, Holly, Muses Art from Canada. Colleen. Oh, Colleen, I saw your name again. Beth, Dawn. Yay, Dawn, you did make it. Sharon, Alan Murray. All right, guys. Tams, Crafts, and more. Yay. Hello, Sherry and Melanie and Juta and Carol and Joanne and Madonna. Yay, Madonna. Hey, Madonna, would you mind if I go ahead and click to make you a moderator? Just so that when Mark's not here, I have somebody else in the room, just in case, because I know you know how to do it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it, and you can tell me if you don't want to. There we go. We'll do it that way. All right, so I am going to switch over. We're going to get started on the painting. So what I have here, I'm going to what I have here is this lovely little primrose. Now, the primrose right above my head, that was done on my iPad back in March when I did a whole series of daily drawings, working on getting myself ready for all of this. I don't know why my chat is not scrolling. All right. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody being here. I remember that the information down below for the contest is going to be up. The contest runs the 1st of April through the 15th of April, and you can actually enter multiple times. There's a daily bonus entry after you do your first day. So there's like 20 entries that you can end up with. So it's going to be fun, and I like having a lot of people join in. So I have this. The link is down below for the traceable. I have rubbed chalk on the back of it, and then I used just a stylus because I couldn't find a pen. So I just traced all of my lines onto the background. I chose this pretty blue just because it would be more like clouds and sky and such like that. Let's see. So what I need to do is get my paints out now. So I am going to quickly run through these for you. I have titanium white, permanent red, crimson red, yellow ochre, lemon yellow, phthalo green, and phthalo blue. And I'm going to have them all right here, right above my head in the palette cam. So we're going to get those on there. Hello, Sweden. All right, so we're going to go phthalo blue. I do not need to put out very much paint, but I will probably put out more than I need so you guys can see me and see my paints. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Acrylic April is going to be so much fun. I've never done a daily painting before, so this is new for me. I am going to be posting on my Instagram and on my Facebook every day and using the hashtag Acrylic April for all of my paintings that I do, but I'm not going to post all of my videos online. The only time I will post a video is if enough of you guys click the like button on my Instagram page or on the picture, or on my Facebook page on the picture. Get enough of you guys saying, yeah, I want to see that as a video, and I will post the video because I'm going to record them all. I'm just not going to be posting them unless you guys let me know you want to see it. All right, almost done getting them out. Now I'm using a 6x6 canvas panel that was pre-painted in some videos that I did earlier in March, prepping for Acrylic April. And this is from the Arteza Expert paints that I had left over. And this is actually one of the Arteza 6x6 panels. In the US, the panels are going to be 8x8s. And in Europe, the panels, I believe, are going to be 11 by 14 or 30 by 40 centimeters. There we go. So now, whoop, whoa, almost lost the cap. All right. Okay. All right. I hope that I don't need any more white because I just dropped it on the floor and I'm a little bit closed in. Hey Tanya, nice to see you. So my brushes that I have right here are just, I've got a number 4 bright, a number 4 cat's tongue, and and those are the Art Sherpa brushes. Let's go this way. There we go. And the number 2 silver ruby satin round. So that's all I'm going to be using. I don't believe I'll need any more than that. To get started, I hope you can see this. You guys all doing good? I'll kind of like, you guys all doing good? Remember to give me those thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. Don't forget to click the bell so that you'll be notified when new videos go up. And I am going to start putting in some of the blue just underneath of where the leaves are. And I think I may add just a touch of green to it. I do have 2 cups of water. I don't know. Maybe I can set them here. I have 2 cups of water. I'm going to rinse the brush out in one, and then when I want to thin paints, I'll use the more clean water. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of blue. How about a little bit of water on my blue? I'm going to take a touch of the green in here, just to sort of darken it up a little bit. And I am going to go in and just sort of put this blue in underneath of where the leaves are going, because we need that shadow, we need that darker tone underneath. And so this is an original drawing that I did. I did this, like I said, on my iPad so that I could practice and get a few things set up and ready. And that's something that, you know, you can do. You can practice on your digital media to get things ready to go. And I'm just underneath, I'm kind of going around my chalk lines. The nice thing about chalk, this is just plain kids chalk, chalkboard chalk that I had put on the back of my piece of paper. Where did I set that? Oh, there it is. On the back of this. And you can't even see it because it's white. All right. So now I am just going to take a quick look. Yay, I'm so glad to see all of you guys. And if you're painting along, make sure that you tag me at Deliberately Creative on Instagram. And make sure that you put the hashtag Acrylic April 2019 on it. And it makes it easier for all of us to find each other's paintings when we share. All right, so now I'm just going to soften that out just a little bit. I haven't gotten any more paint on my brush. I'm just sort of letting that dry. I need to get there. The little, that little lip right here is a lot easier. Oh, if you're interested in knowing what kind of an easel box I'm using, this is the one that's on the Arteza website, and I have not put it into my information down below, but it will be. Any of the Arteza links down below are actually affiliate links, and I will earn a small commission if you buy anything, but you don't have to. You know, that's just if you want to. So now I am going to go ahead and rinse out that brush, and I'm going to go in with the phthalo green, and I set my paper napkins down somewhere. There. You know, sometimes you set things down and you just don't know where they are. So now we're going to go ahead, and so I do say so a lot, and I'm sorry about that. It's something that I try not to do, but I used the cup on the right to rinse the brush out well, and now I'm just getting some clean water on the brush, dry it off just a little bit, and grab some of that phthalo green. And now this time I'm going to do phthalo green with just a tiny touch of the blue in it. Before I did phthalo blue with a tiny touch of the green. I want it to still be really green, but just a little bit bluer. Because what I'm going to do, if you look at that, the picture above my head, the reference, there's some darker green areas right in around under the flowers. So I'm going to start blocking those in just a little bit. And by doing that, by getting our darker tones, because my background is already kind of my mid-tone color, I'm going to be working on top of it and making things lighter or darker, depending on what I need. But I'm going to go in right under the edge of the flowers. You can see that that's a little bit more green, can't you? Yeah, I think so. You're about to do your day 1 acrylic painting? Awesome, Tanya! I am so excited to see what you do. I'm excited to see what everyone does. So here I'm going in around the top of the petals to shadow the leaf behind the flower. You can see it's already starting to show up some of the shape. There we go. And then I have this leaf over here. Okay, I'm going to have to rotate my canvas. Rotate the canvas to your comfort. Do not force yourself into a position. I'm going to take some of that green now with just a touch of the yellow. Sorry about that. My microphone is sitting very close to my palette. And sometimes it goes ting. I'll try not to do that, but so what I did is I just added a little bit of the lemon yellow to my phthalo green, and I'm sort of staying away from that shadow edge. You see how the shadow just blends right in underneath now? There we go. Ah, Sheba, thank you. I have a lot of fun. I really enjoy getting to do these kinds of things. So now I'm going to go ahead and get that green on these other leaves. Now, I put probably a little more detail into the reference traceable than you needed, but it would work really well as a coloring page too. So if you wanted to practice colors and sort of work out the tones that you want, that would be a really good way to do it. Just take this and start putting in some of your colors right onto a piece of paper. If you work thinly with your acrylic paints, you can actually paint right on the paper. And if you don't use too much water, it's not going to buckle or anything. I just put a tiny bit of water. I love this paint. This is the Arteza Expert, and it has such a nice opacity to it, and they are very opaque when you work with them really thickly. Now I'm going to grab some of that just phthalo corner of it, because I need to get a little dark edge right here so that it looks like that leaf will be above. Tip this so it's not. So that's how far I am. And now, just like that. And now I want to lighten that green up, maybe even a little bit more as I'm working out towards us. This little edge right here will probably have a little bit more lighter color, but the back part of it will be darker. And this will have a bit of a lighter color. Something that I have noticed, these colors do tend to dry very matte. So if you want a glossy painting, you'll need to put gloss medium in varnish or a spray varnish onto it. Set your timer for 45 minutes, and when it's done, you're done. That's a really good idea. That is a really good idea. Let's see, we've been doing this for about 20 minutes so far, but a lot of that was the talking at the beginning. So I'm figuring I'm about 10 minutes into the painting. A little bit brighter, a little bit brighter. I want to kind of get these leaves all the way resolved. So that way, when I do the flowers, when the flowers are done, it's done. So I'm putting that brighter green up there. I'll work a little bit of the darker green into the brighter green. But I just wanted to get it set in here a little bit. Let's see, I want a little touch of that darker green right there for the shadow on top of that leaf. There we go. Then whatever color is on my brush is going to go on this one. See, that's the thing. Just get the paint on the canvas, guys. And don't be precious about it. You know, we're learning, and these are studies. These are, you know, I will, if anybody's interested, I will post this on my Deliberately Creative shop this afternoon, and it will be up for sale. I think that I'm probably going to just put all of these paintings in at $40 if anybody wants to buy them. So, my daily paintings, I really don't want to have a house full of paintings. More paintings. I have a ton of paintings already. My husband keeps saying we're going to have to buy another house just to put the paintings in. Not for us to live in, but just to put the paintings in. Or we could use this house as the storage building and move into another house. I don't know. And I just picked up some more of that lemon yellow. Sort of brighten up this little edge there. These colors blend really well together. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that you like this. I appreciate that you're all here, too. That every one of you is here. All right, I'm going to brighten up that tip a little bit more. Just grabbing more of that lemon yellow. Maybe bring it down a little bit in. So far, I haven't had to put any... What am I trying to say? Oh, so far I haven't had to use my blow dryer because I'm working thin, but it's not see-through. I guess that's kind of the way. By having the canvas already covered with paint, it really is making this a joy to do. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more dark, sort of coming up in that vein area. I'm still using that number 4 cat's tongue. I haven't changed yet. A little bit more right here. Touch underneath of there. So right now I'm kind of starting to refine my leaves just a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is looking really pretty. Okay. So, oh, I see. That leaf goes over the top. You know, it's really nice. You can go like this. And put a little bit of a light edge right over it. And you can just pop that leaf right forward. Let's see. Trying to... There you go. I actually do have a she shed. I have a studio in the backyard, but the painting studio is, or the recording studio is still in the house because the she shed is not soundproof. All right. We're going to get into those flowers. I just want to put a tiny bit more, maybe just take a little bit of that blue to go in as the veining. There we go. Go in as the veining because it's already in these colors. Look at that. How quick that is. You don't have to do a lot. It's mostly just an impression. I mean, all paintings are illusions. that. Maybe a little bit of yellow there. I'm just putting some dabs. Just brighten it up just in a few spots. How's that? Ooh. Yeah, that's making me happy. Yes, the form is in the link below. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate you and Madonna staying on top of stuff like that. The cat's tongue is an amazing brush. All right, I'm going to put in some pink on the flowers. I'm not going to go completely white. I will save the white for the top, but I'm going to use the crimson and white and a lot of white. There we go. I'm going to keep adding white. Crimson is a highly tinting color. And you could always mix your colors with a palette knife first if you wanted to. Yes, painting is incredibly relaxing. So I'm going to go in. I will probably leave a tiny line between the petals to start off with, because there's going to be some other colors going in. And I'm just sort of just dropping the colors in. I'm using this. Okay, guys, this is like a coloring page. It's a color book page. The way I'm putting this in, I'm following my drawing lines. So, I mean, really, it's a coloring book page. And I like having the blue underneath on these flowers because it helps to give some of that tone quality. Automatic shading. I need to flatten my brush out a little bit, maybe pick up some other paint. Looks like my brush wasn't cleaned out all the way. That's okay. There's a little bit of other tones coming out of my brush because I didn't clean it well. There's a petal that was coming along this edge, right over the leaf. And there's a petal that's right here. Now, my petals may not end up being exactly the way the printout is. That's okay. You know, we're doing things that are in nature, and things in nature are variable. So, just kind of go with the flow. We're not copy machines. We don't have to make things exactly like other people. And the fact that no one is going to see the reference. So, let's see. Ludmilla, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here too, because our community is what makes this so much fun for me. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of that white and popping it in around the outer edges before I go in with the other colors, just to lighten it up just a smidge. A smidge is a technical term, and it really is, and I believe it's a Scottish term. At least I think it is when I was reading up on it, because I had many people come in and say, yes, smidge is actually a real term of measurement. So I'm just dropping some more lighter pink right on top. You see how the flowers are already starting to take shape? There we go. El Michelle, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, guys, I love it when you share my videos with other people. YouTube, they're going through some weird things, you know? They do some weird stuff here and there. And right now, they only seem to be sharing my videos with a very limited group of people. And so if you guys share it and your friends like it and watch them, then YouTube starts to expand the scope of my videos getting out. So I'm going to take a little bit more of just the straight crimson with a touch of the permanent red, or the primary red. Permanent red? Permanent red. And I'm going to go in and start putting some of that happy little face in there. Those little variegated colors that are coming up. And remember that the original one was my own drawing also, and so if I change it, it's okay. If you change it, that's even better. So let's see here. We're going to go. I'm going to flip this flower a little bit, I think. I may have to put another petal in on that. I think I do. I think I forgot one of the petals. That's okay. Take just a tiny touch of water. These paints are so much fun to use. I'm really, really happy here. I'm happy with how this is turning out. I hope that you're having fun doing this when you do it too. And this is just tap, tap, tapping. Let the brush do the work. You don't have to. This is our fun time. This is our relaxing time. And I keep looking up at the screen because that's where my reference is for the colors. And, you know, I might be actually changing things. And that's okay too. You'd get $1 million for your rainbow painted fingers. That sounds good. I love it. I love it. So it's art no matter what you use as your substrate. Exactly. Exactly. It is art. And you are an artist if you say you're an artist, and you don't have to sell anything to be an artist. That seems to be a misconception, that you have to have sold stuff, sold your art to be an artist. That's not true. All right. So now I'm going to rinse, 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 rinse. Rinsing vigorously in the bottom of this cup. I'm going to wipe it off, and then I'll give it a good swish around in the clean water also. So now what I want to do is take a touch of the white, and I think I want the yellow ochre. The white and the yellow ochre to do that deep in tone. And then I will put some brighter yellow on it. To highlight it. But having that yellow ochre to give it that deeper yellowy tone down deep. Deeper tone down deep. There's also a spot of green in the very, very centers, all, you know, that you wouldn't expect. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just realized I forgot to put that other petal on, so I'm going to put the petal on. That's right, Tina. Agree. Just agree. We're going to, you are an artist. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a wiggly petal out here. There we go. And then I'll pick up a little bit of that pinky color. So I might soften that down a little bit on these, all the petals. Just soften it out a little bit. See how easy that was? Doesn't have to be hard. And if you see something you don't like, it's acrylic paint. And you can paint right over it. Now I'm going to take some more of that white. And now I'm going to start putting some of these higher highlights in. It's still mixing. It's still becoming pink. It's not my final white yet. Need to wet my brush just a smidge. Just if the paint is sticking as you draw your brush along, put a little more water on your brush. It's all it takes. Just a little bit more water and your brush will start moving and your paint will flow. There we go. See, I'm starting to use those colors that are underneath there to become my shadows and my tones. And if I pick up a little bit of color from other areas, I'm not worried about it. Now, I am going to go ahead and just grab more of that white. It's still pink. There's still a little bit of pink there. All right, thanks, Mark. I'm glad you were here. So now what I want to do is right up here, I'm going to make this petal come forward by putting a light edge on it. See how that just came forward on that edge right here? And then this petal I'm going to bring in front of that. Right, like there. And might go ahead and put a little bit of a darker pink right in here, and then put the light on top of it. See, we just start layering. Just start layering and creating those fun little spaces. And yes, I get quiet and very, I get very thoughtful as I am painting. It's hard to talk and paint at the same time. I want that petal to be more prominent. Now, I'm going to have to stop working on that petal because I'm starting to work my way through the petal to the background. And that happens when we start getting lots of paint on and don't let it dry between. I do have a hairdryer here. I can dry. But I haven't. Now, I am one of those fussy people. I will continue to fuss with a painting way beyond where it needs to be fussed with. So I'm trying really hard to not do that. But, you know, sometimes best laid plans. However, that's looking really pretty. That's looking really pretty. That petal is going to be more pink behind it. That petal is going to be coming up a little bit. Needs to be darker behind the front petal. Like that. We're actually really close. Oh, much closer than I was thinking. That's good. There. This one is actually going to go more into the darker pink behind. But then a little bit more of the white out on the edge of it. I'm still using that cat's tongue. I probably should have switched down to something smaller, but I'm having fun. And I think that's what matters, right? Having fun. So we're going to come down in, give this flower a little more definition. All right. I really appreciate all of you being here. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I have a giveaway going on through the 15th of April. The information is down below in the more information box. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new videos go up. Remember, I'm going to be putting my paintings on my Deliberately Creative website for sale. Each day I will post that day's painting. And I am going to be posting on Instagram and Facebook all of my images. If you really want to see a lesson on one of those images, please make sure that you click the like button on them, because that's the only way I'm going to know that people are interested in them. I'm not going to just post willy-nilly. I am going to wait for you guys to tell me what you want to see. Okay, so this is so much fun, and it is so relaxing, and I just want to go into my little relax zone and do this. But it's also so much fun to do it with you guys here, because I know people are there. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, what do you think? Am I getting it? I think we're getting it. I'm going to go in and do just a tiny little bit of that. I think I'm not going to do it as detailed as the reference painting picture. I think we're going to do it a little more impressionistic so that we can be finishing up. I'm sorry about the car. If you hear this, if there's a car that's like revving its engine right outside my house. You know what? I've got a little bit of that yellow ochre. Let's see. Where can I put it? Maybe a little bit on the leaf. Just to give us... Oh, that's pretty. A little pop, a little bit of surprise. Oh, that's nice. All right, I am going to put the tap of, just a tiny little tap of green in the very centers. Isn't it? I like this background color too, yes. And that's the Arteza. That's Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine Blue, and white for that background. And we're going to take just a tiny tap of the yellow and the lemon yellow and the phthalo green. We're going to brighten it up just a bit. I'm going to put a tiny tap of that green right here in the very centers. And then we'll get a little bit of that extra, the highlight on the yellow centers. But I think I'm going to put my white highlights on now. So I'm going to, sorry about that. Long-handled brushes and a microphone. Sometimes they can be a little bit problematic. Am I using a picture as a model? Do you see the picture that's right above my head? That's what I'm using as the model. I did the original artwork on my iPad. And as I was prepping for this month's projects. Now, I haven't drawn all of my projects out. Some of them are just photographs. Okay, so let's zoom out just a little bit and focus. Look at that. So now I can turn it. What do you think? We do okay? Are we happy? I hope we're happy. I love primroses, and they are, you know, one of those warm beginning flowers. They are the sign that spring is actually here. And I like how this one went more into the soft pinks. And now I will grab my detail brush, put the highlight of that bright yellow, and I am going to be done. Yes, the background was prepped and let to dry. The up in the iCard up here is actually the video where I made all of the backgrounds with the Arteza paints. I did a color chart for each of my sets of paints that I'm going to be using. This is the Arteza Expert acrylic. You see? Aren't those pretty? So that's how I got ready for this. That way I didn't have to wait for the background to dry also. I was able to just jump right in and start painting. Now I'm taking the number 2 silver ruby satin round, and I'm just going to put a little tap of the brighter yellow right around the edges of that darker yellow ochre. Like that. That is really sweet. I am so happy. Okay, so now I'm just going to sign it. And I don't put my whole name on because, well, Stephanie Bergeron is really long and Deliberately Creative is really long. What program did I use for the digital picture? I used my iPad Pro, and I have the Procreate app. So that is what I used. I really like it. I have an Apple Pencil that I use with it. And so what I'm going to do for my signature is I have a little initials that I put. And I'm kind of making sort of a bluey, gray blue color. I don't want it to be too bright. And think it's going to be right here. Just like that. There we are. Just my SB, my initials. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's go for a little bit of a tour here. Actually, I can zoom it in. Let's zoom in and click the there we go. How is that? So we're all done. Thank you guys so much. If you are interested in purchasing this painting, you can go on to my Deliberately Creative page this afternoon. I have to get it photographed and put into the store. And then we'll see. All of the paintings are going to be $40 for my entire Acrylic April. They are all 6x6 on canvas panels. These are all the Arteza 6x6 canvas panels. These are the classic canvas panel. They are really nice canvas on a recycled core. They are very sturdy and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Remember to go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Remember, Acrylic April all month. 30 little paintings for 30 amazing days and the amazing results that we're going to get at the end. I can't wait. See ya.